So children, we have started the chapter separation of substances and we are going through the methods of separation. We have already completed hand picking, then we have completed threshing. We have also read about the process called winnowing. Then we have done sieving. In the last class we have done sedimentation and decantation, which is a process in which solids are separated from the liquids. Next, we also have read about filtration, which is a process used to separate the solids from the liquids or gases using a filter medium. That is the filter paper, which allows the fluid to pass through but not the solid. Today, we will move on to the next method of separation, that is called condensation. Condensation is the change of water from its gaseous state, that is water vapor, into liquid. Condensation is a household setting, is when airborne water condenses to liquid and it is deposited either interior or exterior of the subsurface. All of you have seen your mama preparing tea, and after putting the tea leaves into the water, boiling water, she leads the pan. When you open the lid after some time, you can see tiny droplets of water is sticking to the inner side of the lid. Where from this water came? What happened when the water in the pan was boiling? Some of the water is getting converted to its vapor state, that is water vapor. And when your mom is putting the lid on the pan, those vapor comes in cold contact of the lid. The lid is having a lower temperature, it is cold. So this water vapor comes in contact with the cold lid and again get converted into water droplets by a process called condensation. So sometimes you have prepared a salt solution and you want to separate the salt from the water and you want to get back both water and salt. So how you can get? You can get both water and salt by the process of condensation. Next, we will learn about two important solutions, saturated solution and unsaturated solution. Saturated solution contains the maximum amount of solute that will dissolve at that temperature. If we add more solute to the solution at that given temperature, no more solute will get dissolved and the solute will remain in the undissolved condition. And the solution that is prepared is called saturated solution. On the other hand, unsaturated solution contains less the maximum amount of solute that can be dissolved at that temperature. So, if we take an unsaturated solution, we can add more solute to the solution and the solute will get dissolved in the solution. One more type of solution that we can prepare is known as supersaturated solution, which contains more than the maximum amount of solute that can be dissolved at that temperature. But remember, these solutions prepared is unstable, and the solute will usually begin to crystallize, especially if disturbed. Sugar or salt is prepared from its supersaturated solution, where the sugar solution get crystallized into sugar and the salt solution get crystallized into salt. Supersaturated solution can be prepared by preparing a saturated solution by raising the temperature, where more and more solute can be dissolved. So if we raise the temperature, the solubility of a solution increases. As a result, we can prepare a supersaturated solution, but if we keep this supersaturated solution for some time, what will happen? The temperature of the solution will get lower and the solute that is in excess will crystallize in form of crystals. So I think saturated and unsaturated solution is clear to everyone. You can see here in the picture, the first case, it is the image of unsaturated solution where we can add more solute and it will get dissolved in the solution. Second figure is showing the image of saturated solution where no more solute will get dissolved at that temperature. Supersaturated solution becomes unstable and crystals are formed. You can see in the third image. Now we will read about that the use of more than one method of separation. Sometimes for separating the substances from the impurities, we can use more than one type of method. We use more than one method to separate the same two substances. We can use both winnowing and hand picking to separate the husk from the grain. Using both will remove the impurities. Therefore, all separation techniques are useful for the farmer. We can use sedimentation and decantation on one side, or we can follow the filtration process for the same purpose of separation of impurities from a liquid. Thank you, children.